I want to introduce our first storyteller. Her name is Delisa. She owns a salon. It's called Salon de Shayn, McDowell and Central at the Muse Apartments. I don't know if you guys know where that is, but she owns that salon there. And a fun fact about her, she's afraid of heights. So one day, she decided she's going to cure herself of it. So she registered for a trapeze class. Guess what? It didn't work. So her favorite song is Just Leave. So she's going to come and tell us all her story for the evening. So give it up for Delisa.
Public speaking, so thank you all for being here for my first story. Woo! Got it? 2009, I had turned 36. You don't have to do the math. But I had actually thought I was losing at the game of love because it's not that I hadn't been in love, I had, but the people that I had chose to hitch my wagon to, we just were never right for each other. They all are really good men, they still are friends with them all to this day, but there was still something that was missing, either for myself to them or them to me. And so it was one of these things where I was feeling kind of sad, you know. My dad was really great about, like, he sent me a card on my 35th birthday and said, "Never been married, never been pregnant, good for you." So around this time, I had been single for about a year, and I had just opened up my first salon, and I still was living my life like a super single person. I was hanging out with men that were just not awesome for me. They weren't awesome, they were awesome for me. They were either too young, some of them were really too stupid, or some of them just weren't available. I ended up hanging out with a guy who was really nice, but he literally had gotten separated from his wife right around the time that I had met him. What is that? It's ridiculous. So I decided to take a trip to San Diego with a girlfriend of mine, and this person has just been a really wonderful individual, and on our way there was supposed to be 4 or 5 of us women going on this trip, and everyone backed out at the last minute, and so it was just me and her. And she brought up to me, she's like, "Lisa, what are you doing? You were hanging out with these men that are just ridiculous, and you were wasting your time, your energy, and your body." And I was, and it was really, it's one thing for you to say to yourself, "What are you doing? Waking up hungover, like, who are you?" It's another thing when your girlfriend, who you love, is like, "What are you doing? Who's that?" So it was one of these times where I thought, wow, I need to make some changes. And what's kind of weird is a few years before that, I had started doing this thing called intentional living. It was really cool back then. The secret came out. Everyone was like, "Secret." Well, my mom too, I call my mom too, is my stepmom. She is a Reiki master, a healer, she's all of these things. So she had told me many years ago, if you want something, you just have to act like you already have it. Just say that you have it, this is your thing, do it. So I have been doing that for quite a while at that point, but I didn't do it for love. I did it for, I want to have this, but I talked about it as if I already had it. It worked out for my business, for my car. I'm now on the second version of the same car. It worked out for the house that my husband and I had been buying together. But if I put it out there to the universe and said, these are the things that I want or need, and I already have it, it always happened for me within literally 6 months to 2 years, no doubt. Now, there was this gentleman that I started dating, and I had put out, oh, I want these things, and I realized that my list was super shallow. And the man that I got was all of those things, and I don't mean that he was a shallow man because he wasn't, but I met him right after divorce got finalized. This wasn't the other divorce dude I was talking about. This was like another divorce dude. And he was a really great guy, but I realized that when I had to break up with him after like 2 years, I realized maybe you should get a little more serious. That's what I have to do. So I wrote down in this book, I got a leather bound because I thought, dude, what's that thing from Anchorman? It's all about just mahogany. It smells like mahogany, right? Isn't it? Yeah, anyway. So I wrote down in this book what I thought my person should be, and it's 9 pages long because I felt like I'm going to have to get super serious. So I wrote down what I thought he would be as a person with how he treats his mom and how he treats his friends, and also how he has to be like both his ethics and his morals. And then I got super serious and talked about his height, full head of hair, penis size. Because I'm sorry, we all know this is really important stuff. Really important. You gotta have the person that fits you. So I did all of those things. I forgot about it. Put it away, we're not gonna pull this out. But anyway, on this road home from this trip with my girlfriend, we got in an accident and it was really bad. We flipped the car like 3 times. We should have probably died, but we walked with cuts and bruises. Like, the car flipped, people walked out of the car. People were like, how? I don't know. So we got home, and 7 days exactly later from that moment of the car accident, I had an I'm Not Dead party. Because I figured, why not just be even more fabulous and be like, no, I could have died, I'm here now. And so there was this bar called the Merc Bar, which is thank you. You guys know the Merc Bar?
Yes.
Awesome. So by the way, there's something in the water there because I am the 3rd or 4th person in my friend group that met their significant husband and wife there. Just so you know. Anyway. So I had an I'm Not Dead party there, and I'm sitting there with my group of girlfriends, and in walks this super beautiful, tall, dark, handsome man. And I just clocked him right when he walked in. I was like, who's that? And we knew almost everybody at this party, and I was like, does anybody know this guy? Everybody in my group were all like, yeah. And he's alone, and he walks over to the DJ booth, and the DJ is one of his friends. And what ended up happening is the DJ, his name's Joe, brings this man over to my table. Mind you, I'm with a whole group of hot women. And he goes, Delisa, I want you to meet my friend Jason. And I was like, so, from what I have gathered, because I don't remember this because I was so enamored that we were talking, it was like, we're like talking, and our faces getting a little closer. And by the end, we're like, he has to get moving around. And so we end up going on our very first unofficial date the next night, and it was an amazing time. We found out in that date that we had been in the same social group for over 15 years, same parties, same friends, everything. He asked me, like, why were you at Merc Bar? And I was like, oh, I'm having an I'm Not Dead party. Told him my accident. Without missing a beat, he goes, oh, that's what happened to your face? Because I had a super huge black eye. And I thought I had covered really, really well with makeup, but obviously I did not, and the dude still wanted to go out with me, so. Anyway, we've been dating for a few months, and during that time, I had to move. And so I asked Tall Drink of Water, hey, can you help me move this dresser, this table, one other thing? And he goes, on the phone, by the way, no. And I went, all right, yeah, can you just come over this time? He's like, no, I don't help people move. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, no, I don't do that thing. And then he just does this. This is too much too soon. And I was like, what the? And here's the thing. Whenever I like a man, I always be this person that's not me. I decide I'm going to mold myself into that thing that I thought they might want, whatever it is. I don't ever ask for what I need or what I want or I think is special. I'm like, what do you need? Okay, I'm going to do that thing. And I had decided before that I was not going to do that anymore, and unfortunately he got that brunt of, oh, no. So I said, okay, I'm sorry that you feel that way. And he did this whole, it's not you, it's me. I need to figure some stuff out. And I said, no, you're right. It's not me, it is you. I'm fabulous. Have a good time. Goodbye. And I hung up the phone. And I cried my face off, and I was completely crushed. Because I have to say, when I met Jason, I felt for the first time that really ridiculous first love at first sight, when you meet the person that you're going to soulmate, you're going to now. And I never thought before that. I thought that was total horseshit. I was like, oh, okay, be adult about it. How do you know? But when I met him, I actually felt that really instantaneous, which was super weird and scary. But for me to tell this guy who would help me move a freaking bed, was super hard. And I really was crushed. And so I let it go. And we didn't talk for about a month. And I got super fabulous on Facebook, went to all the art shows, all of the fashion shows, even called a young dude that I dated at one point who was a model and was like, I need you to come out with me. I was dating this guy. I really like him. I want to make him jealous. We're not having sex. This is having me my pictures. Can you do that for me? He was like, yeah, totally. I'm like, awesome. So I did all of those things. And then I kept thinking about him every day, though, and I just felt that I had to be the first one to reach out. And I did. So I sent him, after a month, 100 ways to make bacon, because we really like bacon. And he had seen that I had been sick with the flu and cold and said, I saw that you were sick. I'm going to make some chicken noodle soup. Do you want to come over? And I'm like, yes. So I came over. So that was 10 years ago. And during this time, you know, it took 8 months in our relationship to say, you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend. It took 10 months to do the I love yous. And we did it so randomly awful. We were on a vacation in Miami. I was super drunk, and I'm like, I love you. I'll do anything for you. And then I got this look on my face and left the room. And then came back, like, wringing my hands, like, okay, I'm gonna like figure out how to get out of this. And I'm doing the whole thing, and he just goes, baby, no, it's good. I love you too. Let's go get dinner. We've done everything really backwards, but the beauty of how we have learned to live with each other is we have been the best versions of ourselves, but it took a lot of time to get there. And I am actually able, I actually really kind of feel bad for him because that brunt of I'm going to put myself first, I was super hardcore about putting myself first to the point where I wasn't bendable when it came to, oh, you have needs too? No, I'm sorry. This is what I need. I'm sorry, what do you need? And now we're at this point of I can still do those things and still put myself first, but also have him first. So today is my actual 6-year wedding anniversary. Talk about